And they're off. Little bit slowly away, Platinum Star in this MyRacing.com free tips everyday novice stakes. A fast start from Warstorm. Warstorm is the early leader to Gobi Sunset, and then Ocasio-Cortez, the red with white spots. Geneva Dragon, light blue on the inside. Percy Green is there on the outer. Racing in 6th position then is Dark of Night ahead of Pinatubo, the blue with a white cap, one of the Godolphin trio, with Return to Senders next. They've completed 2 furlongs. Miss Chili is third last at this stage, and then See the Spirit in rear as they make the turn. Platinum Star has just overtaken See the Spirit. 3 furlongs left to run. It's Warstorm and Jack Mitchell to Gobi Sunset. Joe Fanning in second. Percy Green, Harrison Shaw to the outside of Ocasio-Cortez. And then Geneva Dragon. Dark of Night is then racing in 6th position ahead of Pinatubo as Warstorm, who's started very quickly, now tries to make the best of his way home to Gobi Sunset. Coming into it now is Dark of Night. The all-blue Pinatubo is running on down the outside. Warstorm is just lugging right and coming across them here as Pinatubo running a bullet straight and goes into the lead. And Pinatubo is going to make a striking debut here. Pinatubo, a stylish winner. And it was a Godolphin 1-2 is getting up on the inside for second, Platinum Star. And then the errant Warstorm ahead of Gobi Sunset.
The race can't begin soon enough for James Doyle here. They're lined up and they're away. And Pinatubo, who was a little restless in the gate, hasn't jumped out very well. Was just about the last to leave the stalls. A Misty Grey fast into stride and soon away from Oh Purple Rain. Pinatubo now recovering towards the outside in that blue jacket, followed by Dancing in the Woods and Dragon Command, and then Barry Magoo at the rear of the field as they descend now round Tattenham Corner. And Misty Grey has broken loose of the field here. Misty Grey has gone 8 or 10 lengths clear in the hands of Franny Norton, but still 3 furlongs to cover. Chasing Oh Purple Rain. Pinatubo the favourite down the outside, then Dancing in the Woods, followed by Dragon Command, and right out the back Barry Magoo. Did Misty Grey do too much too soon here? Pinatubo is now bridging the gap. It's down to about 3 lengths. Misty Grey from Pinatubo. Oh Purple Rain back in third. Pinatubo is getting to Misty Grey as they race inside the final furlong, and it's going to come good for favourite backers. Pinatubo forges into the lead from Misty Grey. Oh Purple Rain stays on well, but Pinatubo wins the Woodcote Stakes. Oh Purple Rain grabbing second from the free-going Misty Grey, and back in fourth, Dancing in the Woods.
Quite an entertaining opening race.
That's only the way I see it now. What do you think?
I just think he had to do it the hard way. You know, just on that track, after the start he had to get into his stride quickly, and you know, he never, even though James is trying to hang on to him, it's very hard, as you know, Ruben, when one's dragging you along, you can't let him go. And you know, I just think, given all the circumstances on the track like this today, I think you'll see any amount of improvement back on a more conventional track.
The impressive bit of the race is probably between the turn of the home straight up to about a furlong and a half out, because if you look at the way that he actually shoots past Oh Purple Rain, it's at that point of the race that he's kind of showing his class and his speed, probably, I think. And maybe having made the big move, he's starting to tire a bit, but you know, he's
And they're off. Racing in the Chesham Stakes over 7 furlongs. Rose of Kildare was out quickly, so too Dramatic Sands in the beige in the centre, along with Harpocrates. Highland Chief just in behind, the yellow jacket Smile front rank, and just behind the leaders, Purple Cap Ryan Moore, Lope Fernandez. That's followed by Ardenley Star. The black and red Pinatubo is on that one's outside, the all blue of Godolphin. The back sextet at the moment, that encompasses United Front in company with Year of the Tiger, the light blue Clay Regazzoni, and then the red and white jacket Heaven Forfend. The newcomer Montanari, last of all, is Sun Power. The lead is disputed as they've completed their Their first 3 furlongs here is disputed by Dramatic Sands and Harpocrates. Clay Regazzoni on the outside of Year of the Tiger, with still Lope Fernandez just in behind. Highland Chief, Smile on the extreme left is Frankie at this stage on Rose of Kildare. That one is being followed through at this point by Pinatubo. The field are now coming past the 2 in the Chesham. It's up for grabs here. Pinatubo picking up smartly the all blue of Godolphin. Lope Fernandez the near side. In between them, Raul da Silva and Highland Chief. Pinatubo and Lope Fernandez strike on then. The big 2 in the market. And Pinatubo's trying to turn away Lope Fernandez and has done so very stylishly indeed. It's Pinatubo preserving his unbeaten record and is going to be a resounding winner of the Chesham Stakes under James Doyle. Impressive. Pinatubo beats Lope Fernandez convincingly, and then Highland Chief.
Last. Going forward now for the Vintage Stakes, here's Ian Bartlett.
Set. They're off. They jump away with the favourite Pinatubo out well. Vizinari towards the running rail. The purple of Milltown Star going faster now than he did a few moments ago. White cap of Platinum Star around the outside of those. Lope Fernandez in purple and white is towards the rear. Red and white colours of Positive is alongside him. Frankie leads on Vizinari as they're about to begin the run on towards home. Franny Norton in purple colours on Milltown Star in second. Sylvester de Souza, Mystery Power, blue and white colours in third. James Doyle, all royal blue. Pinatubo holding fourth on the right as we look is Ashim Murphy, a white cap on Platinum Star. Then Adam Kirby, red and white on Positive. The purple and white, Ryan Moore, Lope Fernandez. They level for home in the Qatar Vintage Stakes, and Vizinari on the left continues to bowl along in front. Towards the second position, Milltown Star. Then comes Pinatubo. Going through into second now, Pinatubo. Behind those, the white cap of Platinum Star. Positive making progress. Lope Fernandez on the right, but Pinatubo has got a very slender lead as they approach the last furlong. Make that a length and a half lead. Off he goes. Pinatubo 2 or 3 lengths ahead now. Lope Fernandez and Positive in second and third places. There's no catching this one though. Pinatubo and James Doyle, he is very good indeed. 4 from 4 and a great victory in the Qatar Vintage. This was easy and this was impressive. Positive in second. They're well strung out. Lope Fernandez lengths behind him in third position. Vizinari in fourth.
You come to Glorious Goodwood and you want to see a performance of the highest order in your first 2-year-old race, and that is exactly what we have just had. The best juvenile.
Join Jerry for the Vincent O'Brien National Stakes.
6 and the 8 colts are locked away. They're off, very level break in the Vincent O'Brien National Stakes, Group 1, over 7 furlongs, and the first to show is Arizona in the pink jacket with Geometrical alongside. They're being followed on the inside by Toronto, and just behind those 3 in 4th is Minoski, a couple of lengths back to Pinatubo, who's on the outside of Armory, the Futurity winner. Then comes Roman Turbo with Iberia just at the back of the field as they come on inside the 5, and it's Geometrical disputing the lead with Arizona. On the outside is Minoski, and by the rail is Toronto. Just behind them is Pinatubo, unbeaten to date and running for last year's Winning Connections. Alongside is Armory, and then Iberia and Roman Turbo. They're past the halfway stage in the Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. On the outside it's Minoski with Pinatubo coming there very, very strongly. In between horses on the far side is Arizona. Then comes Armory and Geometrical as they pass the 2. William Buick is swinging on Pinatubo and quickens to the front from Arizona. Minoski is on the outside of a running on Armory, but it's Pinatubo accelerating away in the Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. What a performance! 5 is the magic number this weekend as Pinatubo runs away with the Vincent O'Brien National Stakes for William Buick, Charlie Appleby and Godolphin. Has won by a straight from Armory and Arizona and then Minoski.
Well, I don't think there's any question that we've seen something really, really special there. That was a real wow moment, Ruby. When this horse got to the front, you were just hoping that he might...
Into the race, all in. They're off. Royal Commando is a little restless in the stalls beforehand, but he got away well enough as they begin 7 furlongs for this Dewhurst Stakes early on the extreme right. Ifraz in the silver jacket, Wichita in the purple, and Arizona the dark blue moves ahead of him. On the left is Mystery Power in blue and white colours. Pinatubo's right in behind him. Preceding him in green is Monarch of Egypt, who's moved through to around about 4th place. Royal Commando's the back marker. Positive is in company with of the Tiger and Pinatubo at the back of the field. They are well bunched though as they move down with just over 4 furlongs to go. Dark blue jacket of Arizona heads the field here. On the right in silver is Ifraz, purple cap of Wichita with him, the green colours of Monarch of Egypt, blue and white of Mystery Power, the blue of Pinatubo right in behind him, then Year of the Tiger. Positive is next down. Royal Commando on the extreme left as they head then down past the bushes to the 2 furlong marker, and still in front Arizona to Wichita on the right. The green colours there to Monarch of Egypt. Pinatubo moving through to launch his challenge now as they head down to the dip. Arizona in front. Pinatubo comes to challenge him now. Behind those Wichita, and then comes Monarch of Egypt. Into the closing stages, the dark blue Arizona, the royal blue Pinatubo, who's in front of him now. 6 from 6. Pinatubo wins by a couple. Arizona in second, Wichita behind those, and Year of the Tiger in 4th.
Not the wow factor, and he had to work much harder, but ultimately he was a decisive winner of the Dewhurst. He remains unbeaten as a juvenile, and he will be crowned European champion juvenile based on his earlier exploits, and he's won readily enough today.
To the gates, goes in, all in, ready. They're off. Kipco 2,000 guineas. They get underway. Kenzai Warrior breaks awkwardly and is the last one away. One Alcano with Persuasion, Starcat and Wichita are the leaders early on. Royal Dornock and Kenzai Warrior towards the back of the field. Kamiko and Kinross are giving chase to the leaders, and Pinatubo's with those. Military March with the distinguishing white cap is out deep on the course. Cepheus is next as they head down towards the completion of 3 furlongs. A red cap for Al Suhail is next, and then Mum's Tipple from New World Tapestry, and Royal Dornock come behind those is Kenzai Warrior at the back of the field. Very pale jacket though, Persuasion, the yellow colours of One Elcano. Wichita is right with those, and then comes Starcat towards the left with a white face. Pinatubo and Arizona together, 5 and 6 at the moment. Military March behind those. Then comes Kamiko, less than 3 furlongs to go. Kinross comes next. Pinatubo begins his move now towards the leaders as they head down to the 2 marker. When Elcano in yellow against the running well, battling on well. Wichita between those is Pinatubo. Kamiko coming down the centre of the course. Military March is in behind that. They head down into the dip now. Pinatubo trying to see off Wichita. Kamiko behind those, and then Military March as they head into the closing stages, and it's Wichita at the moment in the purple cap. Kamiko the far side of him going through to lead late on. Kamiko's won to Wichita's second. Pinatubo. Military March behind those, then Well Elcano, Kinross, and then came Mum's Tipple.
Trainer Andrew Balding described this horse as the best we've had.
And Palace Pier is going to make up the line for this intriguing renewal. Group 1 over the round mile. And they're away. Wichita jumping out well to the outside of stablemate Royal Dornock. Right up the inside is the other O'Brien runner, Arizona, in the dark blue jacket. They are tracked then by Positive and Threat. Pinatubo is settled towards the back along with Palace Pier. And Wichita is out wide of Royal Dornock, who's under restraint. And then Arizona now driving up the rail. Threat goes handy, maybe a little muddling through the first quarter mile here. Positive with Palace Pier out wide, and Pinatubo is the back marker. Racing on towards the 5 furlong point from the finish. And the Guineas runner-up, Wichita, the leader from Royal Dornock. Threat on the outside, Arizona
Arizona hard against the inside running rail. And they're followed by Palace Pier in the silver silks. Positive in the blue and white striped cap just ahead of Palace Pier. And the last one is last season's champion 2-year-old Pinatubo. They're running now inside the final half mile and into the final bend. And Wichita leads the way. Threat now poised to mount a challenge on the outside. Followed then in between runners by Positive, Arizona the inside, Royal Dorner, Palace Pier, and in behind runners still in that all blue jacket is William Buick on Pinatubo. He's now just angled out for a run down the home straight. Wichita taken on by Threat, who comes there strongly, but look at Pinatubo and Palace Pier. These two are galloping into contention now as they stretch on towards the final furlong. Wichita has ridden hard, Pinatubo challenging, Palace Pier on the outside. It's just Pinatubo. Palace Pier though is still attacking. Wichita is rallying on the far side. A three-way go in the St James's Palace, and Palace Pier is getting up in the last few strides, and Palace Pier wins. Ran down Wichita and Pinatubo, those two fighting it out for second, well clear of Threat, and then Positive, Arizona, and at the back was Royal Dornoch.
Wow, what a race, what a St James's Palace Stakes. As three of them faced off inside the final furlong, and it was the inexperienced class riser Palace Pier under the unstoppable Frankie Dettori who wins for John